There's a lot of confusion in JavaScript, especially when people are first starting out, because there is a difference between null and undefined. Something that is undefined explicitly has not been defined, whereas something that is null has been defined and it has been set to the value null. TypeScript gets around this by having a type for undefined and a type for null. So I can define something as undefined, and I can also type something as null. This is pretty useless as I can't assign this stuff to anything. I mean, I can say nil equals null, but I can't say nil equals 2 or anything like that because it can't be assigned to type null. Now, there isn't a great use case for these types explicitly, but one thing that they can avoid in JavaScript is when something can either be a string or null or undefined, things like that. In TypeScript, you can actually define it as this can be a string or null. Or if you define something that has to be a string, then you must pass a string into it. And in TypeScript, I encourage you to use the strict null checks. The default tsconfig.json has this enabled, but when you make strict null checks, TypeScript will throw errors when you're trying to pass null into functions or set them as values that cannot be set to null. So that's null and undefined types in TypeScript.